Baby is absolutely one of the best human beings in the planet. Right, we're at a party, everyone's drunk. You know, it's a 13-hour party. People drink a lot of alcohol.
Bro, it's 100 people at the party. We in the middle of 100 people. There's nothing weird we could be doing in a party.
Right.
Ever since that wild Michael Rubin bash, 50 Cent swears Lil Baby just isn't his boy anymore. They got him, 50 said, and he wasn't talking about the music charts. He was reacting to that viral clip of Lil Baby rocking a tank top, a pink belt, and showing off fresh thigh tattoos like he was debuting a whole new persona. Now, the internet is eating this up, but not in a good way. People are roasting Baby for making his very first tattoos a pair of big thigh pieces when he's got zero ink on his upper body.
I hear that you say that you don't have any tattoos at all?
Nope. That was really my only reason, like, for being younger. Like, I don't want no tattoos. I know I'm gonna have something to do when I get older.
Yes, sir.
With my money, and I don't want to be like a thug.
That's not just a fashion risk. That's a bold, eyebrow-raising move in hip-hop culture. But here's the twist. 50 Cent has a theory about this sudden transformation. He claims this isn't just about tattoos or clothes. According to him, ever since that fancy Hamptons party where Michael Rubin hugged Baby from behind, something changed. 50 says this looks like one of those humiliation rituals rappers supposedly go through to stay at the top. The kind of thing that makes you question what really happens behind closed doors in the industry. So, what did go down at that white party? And who exactly is Michael Rubin? This billionaire businessman who always seems to be surrounded by young, influential rappers. Why is he so locked in with them? The rumors are flying fast. Let's break it down. First off, why's Lil Baby back in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons? Well, he just debuted some brand new ink, and it's not your everyday placement. These aren't sleeve tattoos or neck art. Nope. Baby decided to go all in on his thighs, despite once swearing in multiple interviews that he'd never get tattoos at all. Fast forward to 2025, and the man's got 90s Baby written across both thighs like a personal billboard. He dropped the pics on Instagram with the caption, "Back in that mode." And in those shots, he's wearing shorts, proudly showing the words stretched across his legs. Oh, and that's not all. He's also sporting a big CBFW tattoo running down his lower left leg, first revealed during his July 4th post. Fans, they lost it. Comments flooded in saying stuff like, "Humiliation ritual. I'm sorry, you let them get to you. And the industry got a hold on my boy." Others poked fun at him for laying out them shorts like it was a summer flex gone wrong. And it only got louder when a performance video dropped of Baby on stage. Same shorts, same tank top, same pink belt, constantly pulling his shorts up just to flash those new thigh tattoos.
I done lost everything, I never lost myself.
So we just gonna let this nigga do this. We finna let Lil Baby come out here in his booty coochie shorts and just pop out with his hand in his mouth slit and just, yeah, that's just what we doing.
That's when people started saying, 50 was right all along. Scrolling through the comments, you see gems like, "Michael Rubin already showed y'all Lil Baby was his boy. Why y'all acting surprised?" And bunny hops and hugs from the back from a white little guy with money. This generation is lost. The internet wasn't pulling any punches. So let's rewind to the infamous night in question. It's 2023, Michael Rubin's legendary all-white Hamptons party. The kind of guest list that sounds like a billionaire's fantasy draft. Jay-Z, Beyonce, Tom Brady, Kim Kardashian, and yes, Lil Baby. That's when the now infamous hug sandwich photo exploded online. Lil Baby in the middle, with Michael Rubin and NBA player Kyle Kuzma on either side, both wrapped around him like long-lost best friends. 50 Cent couldn't resist. He grabbed that photo and posted it on Instagram with his own cutting caption. And just like that, the whispers turned into full-on gossip storms. "See, this is why I don't go to no parties. Puffy and them, what the F is going on here?" That's what 50 Cent said when he saw the pics. Then he added, "Get the F off my young man." And just when people thought it couldn't get any more eyebrow-raising, another photo from that same Hamptons party hit the internet. Michael Rubin hugging Lil Baby from behind. And here's the kicker. Lil Baby later posted a video of himself on a private jet with Michael Rubin, straight up joking about those same viral pictures like he was trying to control the narrative. That's when 50 doubled down, saying this is exactly why you'll never catch him at those kinds of parties. He's not interested in rubbing shoulders if it comes with whatever that was.
That's why I don't be going to them puppy parties. I'll be from the front and the back at the same time. you talking about? Look, if you're into that, I'm fine with it. To get you on. I'm just saying, my mother on the pod.
Now, sure, some fans brushed it off, thinking 50 was just trolling for laughs, but a lot of people have been whispering the same thing for years, that these industry parties have some sort of strange, behind-the-scenes initiation vibe. Like there's a test you have to pass to move up the ranks in the game, and it's not about your music at all. Apparently, all the clowning and conspiracy talk got under Lil Baby's skin. He decided to clap back, warning people not to play with his name. While on Lil Yachty's podcast, Baby admitted that the memes and jokes about him and Rubin bothered him so much that he actually hit Rubin up for security footage from the party, just to prove nothing sus went down. Here's the twist. Even though Baby got the footage, he never posted the full video. He left it in the vault.
No funny weird. Fam, I'm dapping Kuzman up, and Mike's happy to see me. He run up on me.
Right.
I got 10 other pictures. We down there. We start down there. Bam, I'm telling his ass, Mike, I slam your, I break your neck in this. But we play like that. They white, so they don't really understand how I understand. Like, even when the picture came out before it went viral, I told them, like, Mike, I can't have pictures like that. Right. Even though me and you playing, bro, it's 100 people at the party. We in the middle of 100 people. There's nothing weird we could be doing in a party.
Right.
With all these people watching us. Literally, when that picture came out, I literally made Mike Rubin go to his security camera at his house, go to the footage and get the whole time. But I just never, like, I ain't even gonna post it on the internet. Right. I'm just like, right. You feel me? Like, yeah, I ain't even trying to make it into this and making it to that. Like, man, just keep on going, because that's kind of like how I be doing. But some like all that type of shit, that really bothered me.
But interestingly, Baby had no smoke for Rubin himself. In fact, he called Rubin a super great influence in his life. Though when pressed on exactly how Rubin influenced him, Baby couldn't really explain. That vague answer only made people talk more. As for Michael Rubin, he finally addressed the infamous pictures in an interview last year, brushing the whole thing off as ridiculous. According to him, nothing weird happened. Just a bunch of folks who had a little too much to drink. End of story, or so he says. But here's the thing. The way Rubin went on and on about Lil Baby in that interview gave some people the impression that he might have a little extra admiration for him. And plenty of folks still think there's something strange about the way Rubin attaches himself to young rappers when he's not even in the music business. And it's not just Lil Baby in the spotlight here. Remember that infamous clip of Meek Mill hopping around like a bunny for Rubin on a tennis court?
Loud. Out loud. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Don't cheat on your buddy. Have they suck. Your buddy.
Meek later claimed it was just the result of losing a bet to Rubin over a tennis match. But let's keep it real. Seeing a white billionaire making a black rapper hop like a bunny while barking orders is not the best look, and people still bring it up whenever Rubin's name starts trending. The optics? Completely off. So who exactly is Michael Rubin, and why does he always seem to have a lineup of famous black rappers in his circle? Let's dig in. According to his Wikipedia page, Rubin was born in 1972 in Philadelphia and raised in a Jewish family in Lafayette Hill. By the time most teens were just figuring out how to drive, Rubin was already in business mode. At just 14, he took his bar mitzvah money, paired it with his dad's store lease, and opened his very own ski shop. That's not your average after-school job. He tried the college route for a hot minute, enrolling at Villanova, but it lasted only one semester. Why? Because he landed a $200,000 overstock gear deal with funding from a friend and flipped it into serious cash. Using those profits, he expanded, sold off his ski shops, and launched KPR Sports. By 1995, he was pulling in a massive $50 million in sales. This man was stacking paper before most rappers even touched a mic. From there, he leveled up big time, founding a company that eventually became GSI Commerce, a multi-billion-dollar e-commerce giant. Fast forward, and now Rubin is the boss of Fanatics Inc., a licensed sportswear empire that supplies the NBA, NFL, MLB, NASCAR, Formula One, and even WWE. And he's not just successful, he's loaded. According to Forbes, by mid-2025, Rubin's net worth sits at a jaw-dropping $10.6 billion. Now, on paper, this sounds like the story of a middle-class kid who hustled his way to billionaire status. But that's exactly why people side-eye him. Because for all the sports deals and business moves, the question still hangs in the air. Why does a man this rich and this far outside the music industry keep showing up in the inner circles of young rappers? Something about that mix just doesn't sit right for a lot of folks. And here's where it gets even more interesting, because Michael Rubin isn't just a background businessman making quiet moves. Nah, this man's got connections. We're talking about friendships with some of the biggest names in entertainment, sports, and even politics. It's like he's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. Except in his game, the pieces are rappers, athletes, and A-list celebrities. You'll see him courtside with NBA superstars one day, then popping up in music videos the next. He's hosting parties that look like a mashup of the Grammys, the Super Bowl, and a billionaire's yacht club. And he's always making sure the hottest rappers are in the mix. Meek Mill, Lil Baby, Travis Scott, and plenty more. People online have started calling it Rubin's roster, and it's not hard to see why. Some folks say it's all harmless, just a rich guy who loves the culture and wants to be part of it. But others, they're convinced there's a deeper play. Maybe it's about influence. Maybe it's about building loyalty with the young, powerful voices in the music game. Or maybe it's something people can't quite put their finger on, but they know it's there. And the more you look at the pattern, the harder it is to ignore. Lil Baby didn't just show up at Rubin's party by accident. Meek Mill isn't doing bunny hops for any random billionaire. And those all-white Hamptons events, they're not just parties, they're networking gold mines. The kind of places where deals are made, images are shaped, and if the internet conspiracy crowd is to be believed, reputations get tested. Even with all the speculation, Rubin keeps moving like none of it matters, smiling in photos, wrapping his arms around the biggest names, and showing up where the cameras are rolling. Billionaires usually like to keep things low-key, but Rubin, he's living his billionaire life like a social media influencer. And that's exactly why so many people think there's more to the story than meets the eye. But here's the part that's got everyone's radar flashing red, the sketchy part. A lot of folks believe most of Michael Rubin's power moves aren't about what he does, they're about who he knows. And that's wild, because when you actually listen to him talk, this man's got zero stage presence, no charisma, nothing magnetic, just business facts and billionaire smiles. And if you look into his eyes, people swear they've got this cold, empty, soulless vibe that makes you feel like you're staring into something you can't quite explain.
Baby is absolutely one of the best human beings in the planet. Anything, he's just such a great human being, and like I love his work ethic. And also, like, when you hear his story, and I don't know anything about music, so when I met him the first time with Drake in the Bahamas in 2020, and he's telling me his story about, he was in jail a couple years earlier, he never rapped, and now he's got this great, kind of music career. Like, you just want to root for the guy. And I'll tell you something, I've never actually said this before. The stuff of the drug was the most ridiculous thing in the world, right? We're at a party, everyone's drunk. It's a 13-hour party. People drink a lot of alcohol. Someone captures a picture of me jumping on his back for 1 second and says, "Oh, there's something suspect about it." It's just these drunken guys. By the way, before cameras, we've all done it. Like, let's keep it real. By the way, you love WWE. You've done it more than anybody.
He's rolled around with people in their skivvies.
Right, yeah, exactly. By the way, I haven't gone there. But the thing that actually killed me about that is it actually hurt his career. Last year. And I felt like I've always wanted to help people make
he's on a good build back.
He's
right
crushing
now.
now.
He's crushing.
And
He's
I was just with him with Trav and him in London. But it actually, the thing is, he's such an extraordinary human being and he's such a special person. And if you think about, people who just want to hate on social media, who one picture of, a bunch of drunken people could be turned into something that it was.
Honestly, there's something in Rubin's whole energy that's unsettling. It just doesn't add up why so many rappers and athletes are constantly orbiting around him like he's the sun. And when you start digging into his signature Hamptons all-white party, it starts looking even stranger. See, the all-white party wasn't even his original idea. That concept was made legendary by Diddy back in the late 90s. Those Diddy Hamptons white parties were the hottest ticket in the game. Music stars, Hollywood legends, top athletes, everybody wanted in. Fast forward, and a lot of those same celebs who once flocked to Diddy's bash are now regulars at Rubin's. Take Leonardo DiCaprio. There's photos of him in 1997 at Diddy's white party. And then again, last year, smiling at Rubin's. Same with Jay-Z, caught on camera at Diddy's event in 2003 with the late Andre Harrell. and now posing at Rubin's with Beyonce by his side. It's like Rubin didn't just borrow the idea. He inherited the whole social power structure that came with it. That's why some people are now claiming Rubin has basically taken over Diddy's spot in the industry party world, and maybe even the politics behind it. The whispers that he might be running some kind of hidden leverage game with these parties. The talk gets even darker, with claims that Rubin and certain other old money billionaires have a strange interest in making young black rappers go through humiliation rituals. Nobody's saying it's forced, but the streets are talking. Some rappers allegedly play along because they need help beating a legal case, while others do it to supercharge their careers, lock in #1 albums, and scoop up major awards. And then there's the really dark speculation, the part fans are tying back to what Cat Williams once hinted at. On Joe Rogan's podcast, Cat didn't hold back, talking about how some of these industry parties are more than just music, drinks, and networking. He called them straight-up rituals and suggested there's way more going on in those mansions than the public will ever see. So whether you believe it's all just harmless luxury fun or something deeper, one thing's for sure. Michael Rubin has the kind of influence that makes the hip-hop world watch very closely. And if history's shown us anything, where there's smoke, there's usually fire. That's it for this one. Hit that subscribe button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next video.